needed boost. They had started the game off strong in the first period, had the game's first 5 shots on the Roger Williams net. But it would be the Hawks leading the game 1-0 after the first period, despite only managing 4 shots on net. Puck taken here from out of the corner. Gavin Duckworth back up to the point. Derek Greer didn't get much on that shot, but it got through, and Hope able to make the save. Had it tied up long enough along the short side there to get a whistle, as that was sent through to the goal by Zach Gamerick. Derek Greer, number 24 on defense, another alumni of the Eastern Hockey League, spent time with the New Hampshire Avalanche. Was involved in a pretty big trade at the time during his tenure in the league. Puck backhanded in by Gamerick. The Bison's roster not littered with as many EHL alums as the Hawks roster featured yesterday. But they've got a couple scattered around, as this long indirect feed should travel for an icing, and it will. Elgood fresh on, applied the pressure. Bison, though, can dump the puck in. Gavin Duckworth trying to play the body. Puck ricocheting off Trudeau's legs. He'll take it to the outside. Trudeau on his backhand, stick handling out high, looking to open up and firing towards the net wide through traffic. As Liam Boswell cruising to the front, trying to set a moving screen as that shot was sent wide stick side. Puck punched over to the near wing, grabbed by Evan Roy. Now Alissi will turn and play one into Del Trecco's glove, and he'll play it safe. Del Trecco only played in 1 game a season ago. Sophomore goaltender Nick Anderson is scratched for the Bison. We'll have a couple of sophomores and upperclassmen scratched in this game, an opportunity to give some first-year skaters a chance in their first of 2 exhibition games. They'll play the University of Southern Maine next before getting the season started on Halloween. As it's dumped in, Del Trecco will hand the puck off to his defense. The All-Stars able to make another change. Up through center ice, Mason got about as far as he could before dumping in the puck, as that's played in off the far pad of Hope. A good stop there. Jan Cooley there was testing his luck out. A veteran of 53 games in his senior season, a Wrentham, Massachusetts native. As Duvall at center ice just overskated this puck. Played back into the nickel zone. They've got time with Evan Roy, the lone forechecker. Meyer will play a pass across D to D. Joe Mc, which did force the play offside. Holden will possess and slide it across D to D. Mason trying to go indirect, hoping for a teammate, but it did not connect with Tremblay, and that'll be icing on the Bison. So, Wyatt Tubert returning the favor on a Jean Teo-Berube of the All-Stars. He's out there on the point with Joe McManus. All-Stars just moments ago, a tremendous chance in front, and it was Adam Quinn looking for his second goal of this All-Star series. Denied out in front on a strong save from Michael Del Trecco, as Holden putting some pressure on to Danny Kehoe. As this puck gets popped around the corners, Sember to the wing, trying to find Alissi. Good work to scrape the puck ahead, as he'll now step into a pass, trying to get around Holden. Good active stick there from the New Hampshire Avalanche's Corey Alissi. As look out here, bottom of the circle, beautiful pass across, and they'll score. He gets that puck away as it was knocked down by a high stick, touched next by Zema, who will dump it in. Joe McManus right up the middle, where it's deflected in, but behind the red line was Roberts, and that'll be icing. Off the draw, puck's poked back to the point. Returned onto the stick of Osberg, trying to drive right to the crease. It's there! And right on the doorstep, it is Osberg to fire it. Blockered aside by Del Treco. Bison want to turn this up the ice quickly here if they can, but Bianculli along the boards, sent for a rough ride by Teo-Berube. And he's a bit shaken up. Puck is dumped in. Nichols trying to work it out quickly, but Tremblay's backhand pass was cut down as it's pinned along the near side boards. It comes available. Giuliani couldn't backhand it in further off the wall. And now it's fed forward. Tremblay sends Teo-Berube down to the ice. Bison on the move. Sweden and New Mexico, but it's amazing how hockey can bring people from all across into places I'm sure they never thought they'd be. And I'm sure the Bison are very happy to have a player like Herman Asberg from what he's shown with his size and strength here through this exhibition. As this is caught and dumped in by Miles Mason, who had himself an active first period. He'll get inactive again, the defenseman all the way in below the goal line. As this puck is accelerated in over across the line. On the move, Adam Elgood. Having nobody home, though, for the All-Stars. On the move are the Bison. This is Duckworth driving to the backhand, and Karagiannis nearly sliding into the back of his own net. From wing to wing, Mark Trischler, who leads the Express blue line in offense. Trischler 6 points in 6 games. He had a 4-point game during the Walpole Showcase just a few weeks ago. Came over to the Express after a brief 3-game stint in the NCDC to start off the season. As this draws one back to Miles Mason. Taking it into the corner, he tried to center, but couldn't get that pass all the way through. He was hoping for Boswell. As the Bison stick handling with it still. Duckworth got it into the circle, but was defended well. As the puck stolen nicely there by Ryan Hammer. Out come the All-Stars. Oh, nifty move there, stepping in. As that was Brendan Agnew, who scored a goal last night against Roger Williams. It was the Seahawks leading the way offensively. As look out here, a 2-on-1 brewing. This is Trudeau shooting, and that's blockered up into the air. Good save for Karagiannis, who had the answer this time on Trudeau after he beat him clean to the short side on the power play. Out of the zone. Good work once again from the Bison defensively. As getting that clear was Wyatt Tilbert. Bouncing puck as we are back to even strength. Is sent back around the All-Stars net. With 11:40 to go in the second and a 3-2 score. This puck broken out. Plum tried to play it into space along the far wing. It bounces around. Duvall unable to work it through a maze of skates as it'll roll back in towards Karagiannis. He will cover it up. Some of a change at least completed. Gavin Duckworth in front of the All-Star bench sends a pass across rink wide. It's dumped back in. Audie around his own net. Protects the puck. Teo-Berube around the boards and out as it's sent rink wide by the All-Stars. A swing and a miss there from Gamerick. Bouncing puck. All-Stars trying to pull it off the boards. Jean Teo-Berube, nicely done there by the Bandits defenseman to get this puck into the corner. Alissi finishes off a hit as Quinn loses possession along the far side wall. It's stolen right back by Alissi, and he almost had a man ahead of the pack. Trying to connect with Danny Kehoe that time, but it did not work as Gamerick got his stick in the way. This puck will deflect back out into neutral ice, shot back in by the Bison, who struck 9 seconds into this period on a power play. As they look to wheel this puck again into the crease, it took a strange change of direction, and Karagiannis moving to his right. And his effort rewarded as Nichols now ahead by 3. Puck cut down in neutral ice, and it is Roberts trying to backhand through the traffic, but the blue line has been gummed up by the Bison as McManus trying to win the physical battle, and he did just enough. As the puck comes to his Seahawks teammate, Adam Quinn. Roberts into the middle, but he could not connect with Arsenault. Arsenault should have himself fresh legs as this puck down the ice. No icing here, they say. Puck off the referee's skates in the corner. It's poked along. Centering feed into the skates of McManus. He doesn't get it out as that shot blocked off Arsenault's body. In below the goal line, McManus just got enough of his stick on that pass as Teo-Berube has it. Looking to get up to the red line. He got hammered there in a tough position. Kovic, he'll get to it and spank it into the zone. Plum getting to this puck first, trying to center it into the circle. Ravakovic caught the pass but ran into some traffic and it came off his blade. Half a minute to go in the period. Puck shot all the way around. Ravakovic gets it up to the neutral ice. Now Plum able to absorb a hit there just inside the line as now here come the Bison potentially with some numbers as that high-rising shot was pumped over the right shoulder of Karagiannis. Nichols looking for one last chance here before the period. 8 seconds to go. It's backhanded in deep with 5. Grabbed by Audie. He'll use the window to clear, and that will do it for the second period of play. Nice work by Enzo Giuliani to fight through some sticks, and now he might have a man going to the net. They'll score! Adam Elgood on the backhand, able to use a pair of East Coast magic. Coach Zanaboni with still plenty of time to play. The All-Stars have fought back to within 2. Puck played around the net after Hussar came out to slow it down. From the point, that shot goes off of his blocker. It was low and wide. As the Bison have it around the cage. Beyond Cooley. Reversed it back in deep. Where Flynn is able to kick to the stick. He'll tuck it back into the corner. This is Wyatt Tubert getting a touch. Tubert dispossessed by Giuliani, trying to squib it in past a defender. It's picked up instead by Evan Roy. He's on the move. Our first-year forwards for the Bison, who lead by 3. Good work from Arsenault on the back check, but his pass was picked off by Flynn. Now Tubert, bottom of the circle. Beyond Cooley. Pulls it through the corners. Tries to leave it in deep, hoping for Tubert. Knocked down to the ice is Quinn trying to backhand this puck along. It's Audie up the wing. Arsenault able to get himself free and send a puck down ice. Only problem is it's icing on the. This all-star competition will continue on for the Eastern Hockey League. October 24th and October 25th down at Quinnipiac University. They will face off against Albertus Magnus on the 24th and then Manhattanville College on the 25th. As that shot is snapped up by Hussar's glove. It'll be Chris Sorella of the New Hampshire Avalanche and Matthew Kiernan of the New Jersey 87s, the two teams who met last season in the finals. Off the draw, it was muffled in traffic. Now sent just wide by McManus to the stick side. It's back into the crease where it can be covered by They win the draw clean. Back to the point. It was into the skates of Teo-Berube. He recovers to pitch it back into the corner. Brendan Schmidt on defense for the Bison, locked up as it's played off the side of the net in tight quarters by Quinn. Bison have it, and they'll go through the air where it's going to land in perfect space, and that opportunity airmailed by Jacob Ammer as there was some contact going towards the net. Caught Joe McManus a bit for Nichols. Instead, he missed the net entirely. Off the draw. Getting to the line. Dumped in by Hammer. Alissi, the next man in to apply a hit. As the Bison move in with numbers. Pass into the slot. This opportunity played wide to the stick side. That was Tremblay closing in. All-Stars have given up the slot here at times in this game. But that time Tremblay was off target as Kehoe tangled up. Digging in for this face-off to his left. It's played over to the boards. Ravakovic was locked up, trying to get his stick free as it pops up to the line. Plum will get a clear, and now Ravakovic trying to attack here left wing side. Ravakovic pushed a shot wide through the stick of Chalkett and into the corner. As it's cleared through the air, landing back at the All-Star blue line. Teo-Berube had that puck get away from him. 2-on-1 brewing here as a shot short side goes wide. Strange carom as it plays itself back into the middle, but the Bison couldn't get a hold to it. Around the cage. That pass gunned across, intended for Asberg, just out of his reach. Dumped back in as going for the hit. And getting the hit was Ravakovic, who's been darting his way all around the ice, and he's absorbed a lot of contact in this game. But the motor has not stopped for number 13. As this puck into the circle and put off the post. As C.J. Zezma tried to get the dagger there for the Bison. Had a good look from the near side circle, where the puck still remains. Now into the corner. Circle again for that shot. Tremblay, though, missed the target. Puck filtered back in deep. Good hit there coming from Agnew. It's dumped back into that same corner. Agnew trying to stick tight to his check. As Zamar drops it off. Pass comes rink wide. Too hot for Holden. He'll play it off the boards. It hit the stick of Audie. Going back across. Spikuza challenging his man as the All-Stars forced to defend here. They're able to survive. As both teams can change up here with just over 4 minutes to go. That pass telegraphed and brought back in, but the shot fanned on by Tubert. Second opportunity, put off the glove of Fusar. In back of the net, Zezma to the outside, drops it along the boards further. Ritchie takes it. The defenseman, near hash, stops and starts. Surveying. As he shakes away from Spikuza, Ritchie trying to get the shot away, but Ryan Hammer was standing in the way. Puck dumped in for Tubert. Protects to the outside, hands it off for Flynn. Back into the circle, puck stolen away, and out comes Quinn. Quinn pushed it through a couple.